Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Cayley. I go to thrift stores and I buy things to flip on sites like eBay and Poshmark, and that is how I make some of my income for the year. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the items I've recently thrifted that I intend to sell on those sites, and I'll tell you a little bit about why I picked each of them up. Some of these may look a little familiar to you if you just watched my Thrift With Me video. Some of those are from that video, but most of them are not, so not a lot of them will be duplicates. So some of you guys might want to start thinking about transitioning to picking up spring items. I always try to stay one season ahead. I've heavily these past few months been focused on heavy coats and jackets and sweaters, and I'm still picking those things up because it is cold out, and if I come across a good item, of course I'm still picking that up, but I am starting to decrease the amount of those items that I'm picking up and start moving towards spring items. I do substantially better in the fall and the winter as far as sourcing goes because I can find way more substantial pieces, whereas in the spring I find the trends are not as much substantial pieces. And so I don't really like picking up short sleeves and tank tops and shorts because they don't sell for as much. So moving into the spring, I usually focus on athletic wear, things like leggings and sweatpants and hoodies. I also focus on jeans and shoes. And as we move closer to summer, I'll also start focusing on dresses. I consider those to be more substantial pieces for the warmer months, and so I try to focus on those the best that I can. Just wanted to throw that out there. If you're a newer reseller and haven't started thinking about that already, you always want to try to be a season ahead, and so you should start to try and transition to spring now. So this first piece is, I'm not going to show you the tag because the tag's actually kind of faded. It's Athleta. It's a size small. And these are just a pair of women's leggings. I came across these because I saw the pockets. They have pockets on the front sides and the back. Very nice heathered gray color. I would say this is a mid-rise, full-length, like ankle leggings. And I'll probably list these between $20 and $25. Another piece of athletic wear. These are a dry fit size large. I believe these are men's, and they are a jogger pant. Jogger meaning they taper at the leg down below. So I find this to be the most popular style of sweatpant right now, where the leg tapers, and those are called joggers. So you're going to be on the lookout for those. This one has pockets. It's in like this, it's gray, but it's like a purpley gray color. It does have the side logo here. This appears to be a newer style from what I can tell. And it also has the drawstring on the inside. I'll probably list these for between $25 and $30. I picked up this Madewell piece. This is Texture and Thread, which is a line off of Madewell. This is a good size. It's a women's size large, and this just feels really high quality. I have picked up similar tops by Madewell in different colors. So what I did is I really looked up the style along with the color for this to determine if it was worth picking up. I think I saw one that sold for between $35 and $40 pre-owned. I'll probably list mine between $30 and $35. Tie here in a really nice blush pink color. Next is a piece I don't think I showed. This is by Boden. This is a women's size 2, so pretty small size, but this is a merino wool longer length cardigan. It's got this like a fringy collar, which I thought was pretty interesting. Very like art wear, login look are probably some keywords I'll use. Got some front pockets. Don't know what I'm going to list this for yet. One of the good things about Boden is it's really easy to look up the style name, so I'll be sure and do that, but this is definitely a great piece by Boden. This is probably just a $20 to $25 item. This is Logo by Goldstein, and they are really well known for their tunics. I need to stop picking up this brand so much, but this one had a really interesting print, which you don't always find, so that's why I picked this one up. So it's kind of an abstract artsy print, and this one's a little bit unique because it has this like ruching on the sides to give it a little bit more structure. Again, probably $20 to $25 for this. This is by Orvis. It is a women's fleece pullover. It's got this space dye. Really like the colors on this. So fleece lined inside, has the Boden logo here. Pullover, sweaters. This reminds me of that like sweater jacket, sweater core, sweater knit. You know what I'm talking about. If you picked up like Patagonia sweater or spider sweater stuff, this is the kind of material that this is. Have not looked it up yet, but I'm guessing probably 25 to 30. I picked up this graphic tee. This is a men's size extra large by the brand Anvil. I need to do more research on this. There's not a lot of Iron Maiden dated stuff that I can find, and the ones that are dated are highly sought after. They're priced for really high. So I need to do more research, but here is the graphic. I honestly can't even tell what this says, but it does have dating. So it does appear to be a like an actual band tee. So this is from 2007. And when I looked up Iron Maiden 2007 graphic t-shirts, there were some going for crazy amounts of money. Again, I need to do more research on this. If this is more rare, I think I can ask for more because it's kind of like a raglan baseball tee, but I will have to get back to you guys on that. But regardless, I probably would have picked this up anyways because I do like selling graphic tees. Speaking of graphic tees, I showed this one in the video. This is by the brand The Mountain. This is like a unisex size large. The Mountain makes really crazy, like they all kind of look like this where they've got like a landscapey scene, or they'll usually have animals. I've never seen one like this with a girl on it, so I thought that this would do really well. This one also has dating. This is from 2004, so not like vintage, but definitely an interesting era, and I think this like tie-dye along with the graphic will do really well. I'll definitely list this one over onto Depop. Next is another women's item. This is by Chicos. This is OS means one size, so it's supposed to be one size fits all. This is a poncho. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this because I actually really detest selling ponchos or anything really one size. I just kind of hate selling because it usually sits. But I did look up Chicos poncho comps, and they were doing really well and had a great sell-through rate. So this is this very pretty like mint green color, ribbed with tassel detail. I can't remember how much these were going for. I feel like it was 30 to 35, so that's probably what I will list mine at. All right, next is this piece from American Eagle, women's size medium. I don't pick up a lot of American Eagle tops. When I do, it's got to be pretty substantial, and I thought this was just darling. This is very like bohemian, very romantic. I love the tiered sleeves, and it's got smocking all throughout. And this really pretty floral print, and it's kind of like a dusty purple. I will definitely use all of those keywords, especially bohemian and romantic, and I think that this should do well. I'll probably list this for $25. Next is a men's item. This is by Ed Hardy. It is a men's size 30. I recently sold a pair of Ed Hardy jeans for quite a bit, and so when I saw another pair, I definitely picked them up. These ones are new with tags, and they retailed for $138. And I do have information here that I can look up the style name, so that'll be nice. And these ones have like a tiger leather detail on the back. These ones are not as crazy. I mean, I guess they weren't crazy, but they're not as like bedazzled as the other ones I sold. The other ones I think had skulls and they were black. But if you look up Ed Hardy men's jeans, they can do very, very well. So if you can get them at a good price, I'd highly recommend picking up Ed Hardy men's jeans. And right now, I think in general, Ed Hardy is really trendy. It's starting to come back in style, as well as like Juicy Couture and some of those more loud brands that were popular back in like the 90s, 2000s era. So keep your eye out for some of that stuff. It's been doing pretty well for me. Next is a vintage piece. This is by Ronnie Nicole. I don't really think brand matters. I picked this up solely for style. This is a women's size 6. And it is a very bedazzled, jeweled dress. It is like a short mini with long sleeves. I will definitely put the words glam in my title. I wish I would have found this before New Year's Eve because I think it would have done really well with that, but nonetheless, I still have really good luck with anything all over bejeweling or all over sequin or all over sparkle. People like to wear this stuff for events, so I thought this was a really good piece. And even though it's vintage, I definitely think it could be worn today. Because it's vintage, I will cross-list this over onto Depop as well. Next piece is by Joie, size small. I do like picking up this brand. They tend to have really good materials, so I do like picking them up. And you just have to really check that there are no holes. So this is just 100% wool. This needs some steaming for sure, but this is a really light lavender. I don't think the color is coming off on camera the way it is in person, but it's a very light lavender. Kind of a high-low slit hem. And it does have these unique like perforation details that I thought were really nice. Super soft, not like scratchy wool, very soft wool. I have not looked up what I'm going to sell this for, but typically Joie pieces, substantial sweaters in really great materials do very, very well for me. Next is another athletic wear piece. This is a women's fleece lined hoodie, size extra large. And this is just a funnel neck hoodie. So this is what a funnel neck looks like. Pretty modern looking, got the logo. I do like black and white in Nike. I think it does really well. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's got this seam detail here that I think is very flattering. And then an extra large is just a great size. So I'll probably list this for about $25. Next, I picked this up for its wacky colors. This is Chicos, size 3. I think 3 is like a size extra large in Chicos. I'll have to look up the size chart, but this is like a, it's not tweed, but it's a tweed look, multicolor jacket. I will put probably bohemian and eclectic in my title. Really great colors. This is going to photograph really well. And I'll see if I can bring the colors to life. Probably list this for about $35. Next is another vintage piece. So this is Levi's. I mean, I could tell already from the stitching and the way it was constructed, but I just verified with the button here that does say Levi's. And this is a women's size 12 short. They are the 521 tapered fit, tapered leg. So double tapered, that's good, right? So these are the kind of vintage jeans you want to pick up when they taper at the leg and they're high-waisted. This is like all cotton, super vintage, really light wash. So there's not like staining or anything on it. However, the back patch was taken out, which I personally think gives it a cool effect here. However, I do know that some people really like having that back patch. I debated whether I should pick this up or not, but when I looked up the style name that was in here, sell-through rate was great, comps were great, so I decided to pick it up regardless. Plus this size and a size 12 short I think will be a really great size. The larger sizes in vintage the better, so I think I'm going to list this for between $30 and $40. Another pair of women's bottoms. This is by American Eagle. And this is called, what are you called? This is a high-rise jegging, but they are faux leather and it's new with tags. So this is an 8 short and it's that like shiny faux leather wet look, which is super in right now. So if you come across basically anything in this material, definitely worth looking up because this is really trendy right now. It does have ankle zippers, which I thought was really cool. Really love this aesthetic of this overall. Don't know what I'm going to list this for yet, but I'm thinking with it being new with tags, probably somewhere between $30 and $40. This is another vintage piece and also women's. The brand is Happy Legs. I know this doesn't look, the tag doesn't look like much, and this is so faded, I honestly can't tell the size, but it is a smaller size. But this just felt substantial and very quality. I'm going to wash it because I think these are dust marks from where it had been sitting so long. But these are like a corduroy trouser, high-waisted, got the pleating details. This is like a blue-gray. And it does have pockets. So I did look up Happy Legs vintage, I I think I looked up corduroy pants, but this Happy Legs vintage pants had a pretty good sell-through rate and they were doing really well, so I'm going to take a chance on this. I will also list this one over to Depop because it is vintage. These are a pair of men's pants, another athletic brand. This is Adidas. This is a men's size 34 by 30. These just feel like quality. They're like a dressier type of pant. I think these might be called golf pants. They don't say it, but I think that's what some people call them. Super stretchy material, but they look like dress pants. And they have the logo on the back. The reason I think they're like golf kind of pants is because typically golf pants have a wide elastic band and then they've got this like cling gel grippy material here where the Adidas is spelled out. So that's kind of why I think they're golf pants. But I'll probably put the words golf and dress in my title, as well as athletic. But I think Adidas pieces like these are really great ones to pick up, especially in men's. I'll probably list these for between $30 and $35. This is a Cabi piece, Cabi, however you pronounce it. This is an older tag, women's size medium. However, I picked it up because it feels like quality. It's a longer length cardigan and it's got that like Western vibe to it. Nice red and blue contrast. And yeah, I just really liked it. Probably list this between 25 and 30. This is another cardigan. This is the brand Sleeping on Snow, which is sold at Anthropologie. This is a wool alpaca mohair blend. I haven't looked up the style number yet. I probably should have in the store, but I feel like this might be a more rare find. This is very bohemian, really nice materials, really high quality, just a lot of work went into this. It's almost like a patchwork kind of look. So I will look up the exact style number for this. Some Sleeping on Snow pieces can be more rare and unique. So that's why I'm going to look it up. But I think regardless of that, the style is going to do really well. But I'm excited to see how much this particular style is going to go for. Also really excited with this find. This is another like faux leather, shiny, wet look. This is terrible. So I have come across this piece for the last like 3 times that I have been in this particular thrift store. So it's been like a span of 3 weeks since I've come across this and didn't pick it up. I could not find the brand anywhere on this. I even checked the buttons because that's typically something I'll do if I can't find the brand tag. And for some reason, I came across this again and I was like, I might pick it up anyways just because I like the style. And I found on the inside of the pocket that it was All Saints, which if you don't know, retails for a crap ton. So I really like this style, the like wet look, plus All Saints. I think this is going to sell for a lot. I have not nailed down this exact style, but it is very on trend. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to style it for the photo, but it's got like an asymmetric button. It can be worn open as well, and it does have belting, but very awesome piece. And I cannot believe I passed on this for 3 weeks in a row, but that's what happens when you can't find the brand. So I have a feeling this will sell probably for over $100, but I'm not sure. But All Saints is definitely a brand you want to keep an eye out for. All right, and next is this dress by Free People, size small. Okay, so I was not going to go through the dresses, but this was towards the end of the aisle, and this reminded me of a sweater that I have by Free People, like almost identical. And so I thought, maybe that's Free People. And it was. So, you know, kind of like I talked about in the sourcing tips video with my best sourcing tips, try to learn what certain brands look like and typical key features that they have, and it'll make it really easy when you walk past something to be able to identify it or not. So this is Free People, and it is just a sweater dress. It does have some like ruching along the sides. Long sleeve, has this really interesting scoop back. And I need to look up the style name of this to see if it's a more, you know, rare or unique find, Without looking at the style, I'll probably list it for $30. With the style, if it's more rare, maybe more than that. This is Eddie Bauer. This is an older tag. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. This is a men's size medium. So it is real leather, and it's got this like corduroy lining all throughout. I'm not going to open it up because I'm like manhandling this right now, but it is fully lined with that material. And it is a longer length men's leather jacket. Got pockets up here as well as down here. This is in really excellent condition, and I know that it looks like distressed leather, but I think it was made this way or it faded really nicely. I'm gonna have another haul coming up soon, but I just picked up like a bunch of distressed leather jackets, and the more distressed or fading they have can actually go for a ton of money on eBay. It's a really on trend style right now. So by distressed leather, that does not mean holes. It just means there's been wear to the color. This one is hardly weathered, but some of them are extremely valuable. I will put distressed leather into my title, probably hobo and military as well. But because of the leather paired with the lining, I think this is going to sell for quite a bit. I do not know what I'm going to list this for. I'm thinking somewhere between $75 and $100, but I need to do a little bit more research on this. Next is by Columbia, which is not a brand I pick up very often. This is a women's size medium, but this one was new with tags, and I think it's very on trend. This retailed for $90, and the barcode is ripped, so I don't know the exact style name, but it does say Fireside. So I will put Fireside on my title, and I'll try to find the exact comp, but this is very like plush. I don't know, it's got this like pattern. Let me know if you know what that is. It's not quilted, but it's this interesting plushy pattern. So fleece jacket, got pockets. Love the colors of these. It has the logo right here. Very well made. And I just thought this was really on trend. Plus with the new with tags, I decided to pick it up. Last item is kind of another bread and butter athletic wear piece. This is a women's size small, also with a fleece lining. This is that sweater jacket kind of material I was talking about before, which I think is still really on trend. Nike logos, not super obvious, but because of the like sweater knit, I thought that that would do really well. And it's also got this interesting zip on the kangaroo pocket here, and it is the ThermaFit line. I need to do more research and look up the exact styling, but I'm thinking probably between $30 and $35 for this. All of those are estimates just off the top of my head. I will obviously be doing more research on all of those pieces, but for everything that I picked up, I think I'm going to get a great return on my investment compared to what I paid for the items. Alright guys, so that is the end of my thrift haul. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.